First round just wrapped up, and there's some good players left on the board for the second round. I'm kind of excited that this is a two-day event. I can get a video out. Thank you, Adam Silver. Let's go over the best options. Rasheer Fleming is somehow still on the board. I would honestly try to trade up because he might go right away. He should be a first-round draft pick, 6'9", 7'5" wingspan. This pick needs to be a forward badly. As you guys know, we got guards on top of guards. We need rebounding defense and versatility at the 3 and 4 position. He's exactly that. Shot 39% from 3 and 69% at the rim. He reminds me of Robert Covington. Moving on to Noah Penda. He's the same idea, 6'8", can play either forward spot. He should have gone in the first round. That's where he was projected. He can hit the spot up 3, but very good defensively. It turns out in the league he's playing in, offensive players are shooting 27% against him in isolation. Just another forward with do-it-all potential. Sign me up. Adu Tiro is still available at this spot as well. This was my number one guy when I made the video about potential picks at the 35th pick. I mean, athletically speaking, he is top 5 in the draft. 1% athlete in the world. He can jump out the freaking gym. Imagine coming away with VJ and Tero. I mean, that's the definition of upgrading athletically. He gives me OG Anunoby vibes. He's listed at 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. Sign me up once again. Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton, the center who can stretch the floor, do a little bit of everything, protect the rim, would be nice depth at the center position. Moving forward with Adem Bona and Kalkbrenner after Embiid could be very nice, and also having depth right away at the center spot because we know Embiid's going to be in and out of the lineup next season, so maybe you take a center in this position. Now we have a little smaller version of Fleming. You got Jameer Watkins, who's really good at driving, drawing fouls. The problem is without shoes, he's 6'5". With shoes, he's 6'6". So he's more of a 2 and a 3. I don't know if he can play the 4 at the next level, maybe, depending on the matchup. But once again, he's just like Tero and Fleming, where he can do a little bit of everything. I will say he has way more pop off the dribble. So although he's a little smaller, maybe that makes him a little more valuable. And just like Tero, his shot from 3 is inconsistent. Somehow, some way, Maxime Reynaud is still on the board. He kind of reminds me of like a Lauri Markkanen. He's got the size to play the center position, but definitely plays more like a modern-day power forward that can stretch the floor. The fun thing about him is he has, like, star potential, low-key, if he really, really pops. Like, I feel like everyone else we went over in this video, they're just kind of going to be 3-and-D complementary pieces. Maybe they become elite role players, but most likely at this spot you're drafting for a role player. But with him, I mean, he flashes some special stuff offensively for his size. It's wild. I wanted to put him in my 35th pick video, but I was like, oh, he's going in the first round. What's the point? Same thing with Fleming. That's why I think those are my top 2 right now, because I thought they were going in the first round. Of course, the Sixers can just go with the old reliable Duke. Now, Tyrese Proctor, definitely more of a 2 and a 3. Without shoes, he was listed at 6'4.5". With shoes, supposedly, he's 6'6". But my goodness, he can shoot the basketball. He played at Duke. He reminds me of like an Andrew Nembhard. I think he's going to be the Andrew Nembhard of this draft. Like, there's just no way this dude is not going to be a good NBA basketball player. I've seen the Sixers linked to this dude, another center, Johnny Broome from Auburn. I feel like he's 25 years old. He's got an NBA-ready body already. He reminds me of like Thaddeus Young. He's just going to be like a backup, reliable center who can hold his ground in the post, protect the rim, make a pass every now and again. He can post up a smaller player if he gets a mismatch. And in college 2 years ago, 2.3 three-pointers attempted per game, 35%. And then this past season, 2.5 three-pointers attempted per game, 27.8%. So every now and again, he can shoot the 3-ball. But I think the underrated thing about him is he can be an offensive hub if his scoring does translate to the next level, because he has made some insane passes at Auburn. Like, my goodness, he's a gifted passer, and that's a weakness on the Sixers. They need better passers at every single position. And he will definitely bring the connected passing that they need. He'll be good in a short roll. You can give it to him in the post if you want to. He will find the open guy. That's probably his most underrated skill in my eyes. So maybe there is like low-key star potential with him for that reason. He's going to be a willing screener. He's going to be an active rebounder. Kind of reminds me of Sabonis in a way. Definitely let me know your suggestions in the comment section below. I feel like I gave a good variety. I probably missed some players here and there. Hopefully I suggested the player that the Sixers pick, but who knows? We're just going to have to wait and see him for sure. I'll have a video on that player once he's drafted in the second round. But my main thing with this pick is I want a small forward and a power forward. I wouldn't mind a center, but I do think it's more likely that you find a capable undrafted center than a small forward or power forward. But also we found Justin Edwards undrafted. So at the end of the day, we really don't know. I want them to address the power forward position very badly. Maybe a guy who can play 3, 4, and 5. How about that? I don't think anyone exists with that archetype at this point. But you get what I'm saying. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have yourself a great day. Peace out.